This is a Coachman Travelmaster 545 and it is absolutely brilliant. It's the first one of these I've seen and it's a superb vehicle. The first thing to say about it is, as you can see for yourself, it's absolutely massive. It's 8.4 meters long, but it's also wide. Look how it comes out here. And so the amount of space this gives you is just superb. And we'll take a look at that in a moment, of course. The interior on this is absolutely spectacular. But we'll take a wander around the outside first of all. We've got the usual bits and pieces. There is a cassette for the toilet in behind this one. We've got the 240 power in through here. Solar panels up on the roof as well, actually. So that's another source of electric. And then here is a really decent, open it with the right side, there we go, garage. Look at this. That's a really good size, isn't it? They put hanging rails in here, they put lighting in here, they've put heating in here, they've put power in here. Just fantastic, really helpful, useful size. Access to some of the engineering areas. There's even a shower. That's this little chap here. So if you want to wash off your boots or your mountain bikes, you can do. Cranking handle for the awning is there as well. Bits of storage in here too. That is a decent space. Let's close that one up and carry on round. Reversing camera, of course, very helpful on a vehicle of this size. And then we'll come right on around. That's back into the garage. Gas bottles live in this one, thusly. And we've got TV input there if it's required. And that allows you to plug in a barbecue if you want to as well. And that, of course, is the awning running across there. What a big chunk of vehicle that is, though. Based on the Mercedes, it's 4,500 kilograms, so C1 license for this one, and 170 horsepower. Let's head on in, because this is where it gets really spectacular. Come and check this out. Look at the space you've got in here. I said it was a big vehicle, didn't I? Well, look at that. How comfortable is that? Now, what's clever about this is the fact that, of course, these seats swivel around when you're driving, but also this seat here will swivel around to here. This one pulls out across, headrests go in, of course, and that gives you forward-facing seating with seat belts for 4 people, so you can travel with 4 and you can sleep 4. If we come right up to the front, these seats look lovely, don't they? As I mentioned, they swivel as you'd expect, and you've got the Mercedes steering wheel multifunction, so you've got phone controls, stereo controls, navigation controls, all of that is on there. You've got the central screen as well, of course. The air conditioning down here for the cab. It also has Habitat air conditioning. The spec on this is just huge. It's got the pinch blinds that come out, so you can see usual sort of thing. They come out like this, but it's also got them for the windscreen and all the way around, so you've got total privacy around there. And some nice lighting in here as well. That's superb. That's an opening skylight, so you've got the little cranking handle there for that. And bits of storage are tucked away everywhere. Just fantastic. Opening windows, of course, and then blinds that pull up like this. That's really nice, isn't it? Now, there is a freestanding table here, so you've got a little coffee table there if you want it. That just swivels around to wherever you want it to be, or you can remove that. But then there's also in here a dedicated locker for a freestanding table. So this can come out and position in here, but of course it also means you can take it outside and use it for picnics. This is interesting. This is the brains of the vehicle. Now what we've got here is all the controls for things like lighting. Now these are all on dimmers, so we can slide that down. There we go, and you might be able to see that dimming down and going back up again. But also on here, we've got outside lighting, we've got access into the power supply, so we can see the battery voltages here for the leisure battery and for the vehicle battery, but also the solar panel and how much power is coming in. where it's plugged in, all that kind of stuff is all configured from there. Heating as well can be configured from here. Hot water, all that kind of stuff. Everything is controlled from there. That's really good. Look at these little storage areas, all backlit and illuminated, and look at the fact they've put a charger in here. So it's an inductive charger. You drop your phone onto there and it charges up for you. That's fantastic. Now, as well as the lighting controls on here, of course, there are light switches all the way around the vehicle. So just normal standard light switches as well. If we come on back then, fridges here. This is one of these fridges that opens either way. So if you're grabbing a drink from the back of the vehicle, you don't have to come around it. You can just open it like that. Or you can open it from this side. That's rather neat. Microwave in this one as well. But a really good kitchen over on this side. So proper oven, separate grill, 4-burner hob. You've got the electric there as well, so if you're plugged in, you don't have to use the gas. You can just use the electric one if you want to. It's very well specified. There is a sink underneath there. And again, storage up in places like this, like so. It's excellent, isn't it? Got a little subtle lighting up in places like this as well. Nice. This one here opens like this, so that is your cutlery, obviously, underneath there, and that opens like that. But then these all lock with this one, so you turn that and then they won't open. So when you're travelling, of course, it stops those from flying around. Similar deal here. Pantry area that slides out, a little lock for it up there, and a bit more storage underneath. I love this pale wood. I love the light finishes everywhere. I love the high gloss on here. It's a very, very smart machine. Let's head on back a bit further. So big door across here, and what this does, obviously we've got the bedroom back here. We'll come back to that in a second because I want to show you how this works. That closes across, it's the toilet door, like that, but it also can close across that way like that and make this whole back section private. And then there is this sliding concertina door here that can come across so that you've got privacy for this area, and that makes it like an ensuite to this area, or it makes it a separate loo for people coming out from in here. There's a shower, of course, that's in here, and that lifts off like that. There we go. Again, all beautifully lit, isn't it? And that goes on when you're travelling. Obviously you don't need that on when you just stopped. There we go. And the toilet, of course, is on this side with a little sink, and again a bit more storage about the place. So it's in behind here, it's down underneath here, and so on. Let's close that one back up. There we go. Proper island bed, so you can get right round it and into bed properly. That's lovely, isn't it? Habitat air conditioning, that's up here, and what's neat is that they've put that in without losing the skylights, which is often the way with those. Quite often you get Habitat instead of the skylights. This has got it as well as the skylights, so that's excellent. We've got more storage around here. We've got hanging rails, as you can see, and even these are illuminated. Look at that in there. How brilliant is that? Let's close that one back over. Little drawers by the bed. And then this is storage up here as well. There we go. Little reading lights in there. More storage, similar to a deal on the other side. If we have a look over here, light switches are here, but also power socket and a TV aerial socket there. So if you want to put a television on here that you can watch in bed, then you can do. That, I think you'll agree, is quite the vehicle. And I know what you're screaming at the screen now. You're saying, well, where's the other bed? If it sleeps 4, you've only shown us 2. I'll show you the other 2. So if we go back to this control panel, hit this button here, and then hit home, there we go, that one there does this. Now we need to lose those backrest cushions to bring this all the way down, but I'll just take it down that far for now so that we can see it. But that there is another big, comfortable double bed. And look at the way they put storage up and behind here. How brilliant is that? That's just superb, isn't it? So yeah, that is where your other bed is. So 2 people there, 2 people at the back. Very lovely. Let's power that one back up. As I say, you can bring it lower by taking those backrest cushions off. You still need a ladder to get into it, but nonetheless, that is a very comfortable space. Watch those lights come back on. There we go. That's fantastic, isn't it? What a brilliant, brilliant machine. I say, first one of these I've seen, and I'm really impressed by it. I'm going to take a seat here. I'm going to say that I'm going to look forward very much to your thoughts on this one. I'm going to say thank you to Nickwell Motorhomes who organised the tour of it. And we're going to look forward to catching you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.